No decision has yet been taken, the Prime Minister insisted tonight, but he was clearly preparing the country for when it is, arguing that proportionate military intervention in Syria is justified.
This is not about getting involved in a Middle Eastern war or changing our stance in Syria or going further into that conflict. It's nothing to do with that. It's about chemical weapons. Their use is wrong and the world shouldn't stand idly by.
These are the scenes which he says mean the world must take a stand. Children in Damascus suffering from the after effects of a chemical gas attack.
Well, the question we have to ask ourselves is if there is no action following this big use of chemical weapons, is it going to be more likely in future that more and more regimes will use chemical weapons, that this regime will use them again and again on a larger scale and we'll see more death and more suffering? It must be right to have some rules in our world and to try to enforce those rules.
He'll now chair a meeting of the National Security Council tomorrow. On Thursday, Parliament will debate and vote on the UK's response. Both Britain and America will be keen to avoid action during Friday prayers. With President Obama due to be out of the US for the G20 in Russia next Tuesday, a window for action this weekend looks likely. How Syria will respond is a question many say needs to be answered first. The foreign minister's warning today that they were hearing the drums of war, an ominous sign. But here, after meeting David Cameron, the Labour leader broadly backed intervention.
I said to him that we, the Labour Party, would consider supporting international action, but only on the basis that it was legal, that it was specifically limited to deterring the future use of chemical weapons.
But what about the Liberal Democrats who opposed action in Iraq?
This is quite different to that boots-on-the-ground invasion of another country. This is about taking proportionate, legal and carefully circumscribed steps to ensure that everybody understands, the world round, that we will not stand idly by.
But many backbenchers on all sides of the House still have serious reservations.